Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to Planescape Torment. We're going to try and avoid the endless Get Yankee. It has been a while since I recorded, as usual. I'm going to try, it is a new year, 2025, and I'm going to try to get a lot more recorded across the board, but then again, I always start out strong on the years and then fall off, so we'll see. Anyway, let's look at the printing house. Alright, he just gave a message. Let's talk to Scofflaw Pen. You see a thin, stooped man hunched over a desk, scribbling on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn back into a ponytail, and thin spectacles adorn his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up as he speaks to you. What do you want? Make it quick. What is this place? He looks sharply at you, ceasing the sketching of his pen. Are you entirely dim? It's a printing shop. I print things here. Look around you. I print. Well, what do you print? Books, pamphlets, handles, words, letters, whatever. He amends, though I don't do racy prints, and I won't fulfill any perversions you may want, nor do I care to ask. I have a few questions. Do they have to do with work? Yes, I'm missing a skull. That's how it looks from where I'm standing, too. Don't take that tone of voice to me, you get it? I'm serious, a companion of mine has been stolen. Then you might want to ask around for Lothar, Master of the Bones. Or he's got quite a nice little library of skulls. I don't know where to find him, though, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell. He knows more about magic than most Burks ever dreamt, and I wouldn't be the one to cross him. He turns back to his papers. Now, get out. Farewell. I'll no doubt come back here in another quest. What? A named Abishai.
I?
No, not you. You see a reptilian creature with a snake-like body, four-clawed feet, leathery wings, and a draconian head. The scales covering its body are a vile shade of green. The creature stands upright on its hind legs, balancing with its prehensile tail. As you approach, its eyes narrow to slits and it begins to hiss. Greetings. The air around the creature begins to radiate heat, and its scales take on a pale sheen. It gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. Suddenly it releases a flurry of hisses and relaxes its stance a bit. Sko, Grosstick no tot, told waits. It glares at you as its tail lashes back and forth. Sebastian said, what? Wait. I can't remember this. The creature relaxes quite a bit, and the air grows cooler. It holds out a clawed hand to you. Give Grosstick information. He looks at you expectantly. No, Sebastian sent me to kill you. I don't have it. I'll go get it. Farewell. Oh wait, Sebastian's the dude over here, right? Let me take a look at my thing. Sebastian the maid wants me to kill an Abishai named Grosstick. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna quick save the game.
Get your slave over here! Shoot for the principal!
Sebastian sent me. What information? It's hard to read facial expressions on a reptile, but you're certain that Grosstick is rather annoyed with you. His tail begins to lash furiously, and the air grows warm again. No questions. Give Grosstick information or die. Grosstick then take information from body. I need to know which piece of information it is for you. I run errands intended for several people. You understand. He glares at you for a moment while he thinks. Finally, he gestures to a nearby tower. Siege tower. How to get inside. Sebastian say he divine way in. Or divine way. Grosstick takes a step towards you and holds out his hand. Now give. Oh, that information. I'm sorry. Sebastian wanted me to deliver this one in person. He'll be along soon.
Updated my journal.
There around, Grosstick begins to radiate heat, and his scales take on a pale sheen. He gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. He opens his mouth. No, Grosstick, think you lie. Give information now. Grosstick, kill quick. Not slow. Now give. Grosstick, take time. Remove your insides. Let you watch. Fine, Sebastian sent me to kill you anyway. Yeah. Okay. We'll go... Yeah, we'll just go with a all-out attack.
Damn it!
These things do hit pretty hard when they do hit.
Weapon's not doing a damn thing.
Okay, so he's immune to anything. What do you got? What are you using? Oh, you're using Uihir's knife. You should be using the bone dagger. Thank you. Well, at least 2 of my people are getting it.
I'm hurt.
Alright, let me heal up. And it's down.
Done.
I'll be taking the bracelet.
Come on, we got a special on stage.
So there's a siege tower.
I'm gone.
The hell is in here? Poor quality stiletto.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
So I can't actually get down there. Can I get to another area of town up here? Not really, right?
Get your slave over here! Two for the price of one!
Yeah, let's go back to Sebastian. Turn that quest in. Sebastian smiles as you approach. Good day, Cutter. Have you completed your quest? Yes, I'm come for what is due me. One moment, please, Cutter. Sebastian reaches into a robe and removes a small crystal ball. He gazes into it for a moment before returning his attention to you. I cannot thank you enough, Cutter. I shall live up to my part of the bargain. Are you ready? It is done, Cutter. I got +2 charisma. Once again, I thank you. Thank you and farewell.
Updated my journal.
Alright. Okay. Oh, we can go down here, too. Let's, I guess quick save the game. This is not actually a building I can enter, is it? Yeah, it is. Right there. Boom. Let's go into the marketplace, see what's inside. Got somebody named Corvus up here? You see a tall man in plate armor. The armor is of unusual construction, with spikes flaring from the shoulders, elbows, and forearms. He nods at your approach, but then his eyes wander about the market. Good day, citizen. I am Guard Corvus. Greetings. How may I help you, citizen? He gives you a friendly look, but glances over your shoulder. Has some questions. I can help you if I can't. You can, citizen. He looks around the market expectantly. You know when someone named Byron Pickett? He frowns and nods his head. Yes, I'm familiar with Byron. What can you tell me about him? He gives you a stern look. Anything I know about that individual is harmonium business, citizen. I cannot discuss such matters with strangers. Perhaps after I get to know you better, I have some questions. Try to see what he's looking at. You glance over your shoulder and notice a young lady wandering about the market. Corvus seems to have his eyes locked on her. Whoops, my bad. That was, I was hitting the wrong button. I'm just making sure that the recording's still going. Yeah, it seems to be. You seem preoccupied. What are you looking at? He snaps his attention back to you. I beg your pardon, citizen. Please excuse me. His eyes wander back to the young woman, and his voice fades almost to a whisper. She has the voice of an angel, and she's such a pretty young thing. Why don't you go talk to her? You seem quite infatuated with her.
Updated my journal.
Uncomfortable silence fills the air. Finally, he turns attention back to you. I just couldn't. I mean, a woman like that, well, she must be... He sighs and pauses for a moment. Was there anything else I can help you with, Susan? I must be going for a while. So I gotta help with that. Yeah, the question is, which one is he talking about? Karina, maybe? She's got a name. You see a pretty young woman wearing simple clothes. She wanders about the market and examines everything, but does not make any purchases. You notice that people seem to be avoiding her, but they try not to make it obvious. She flashes you a warm smile as you approach. Greetings. Her smile broadens. Hello, I'm Karina. It's a pleasure to meet you, Cutter. She continues to smile and waits for your response. I have some questions. What do you want to know? Where can I buy some weapons? She smiles and points to one of the counters. Anzi over there sells weapons. All kinds of weapons. Are you a warrior? How silly of me. Of course you are. I mean, how could you not be with all those scars? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't mention those. You're not sensitive about them, are you? No, I've gotten used to it. Oh, good. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, or anyone else's for that matter. You just seem to have to be careful with what you say to someone, you know? I mean, people are different, and you never know. What may offend one person may not offend another. So anyway, she pauses for a breath and smiles at you. Add some questions. Where can I find some magic? She smiles and points to one of the counters. Alec over there sells magic things. Are you a mage? You don't look like one, but I guess looks can be rather deceiving. I don't know what a mage really looks like, now that I think about it. Do you? Yes, I wear robes with funny symbols and a pointy hat. Really? That's good to know. I mean, mages scare me, so I want to know what they look like. I guess it's all that power they have, and they can do really incredibly things and all, but you don't know what they look like. Warriors and priests and you know, other powerful people just look powerful with all that stuff they carry around that says they are powerful people, but not mages. She pauses. I ask some other questions. You really like to talk, don't you? She shuffles her feet and looks embarrassed. Well, I've been told I probably talk a bit too much, and well, people tend to avoid me, and I don't really have any friends or male friends courting me. Sometimes I get lonely. Her voice gets lower and lower until she's finally silent. She stares at the ground at her feet. I don't think you're a bad person, Karina. I happen to like you.
Updated my journal.
Alright. She gives you a hopeful look. Really? Thank you so much. I don't know your name. I don't remember my name. She frowns, starts to say something, and then thinks better of it. She shrugs her shoulders. What's in a name? It's just nice to know I have a friend. She smiles. Alright. I don't know that that was the person, though. Okay, that's just a generic person. Let's talk to Anzi, first of all. You see an older, stern-looking man. His face is a mixture of wrinkles and frown lines. He gives you a quick, stiff bow. Hi, greeting to you as well. Anzi is my name. What you be needing? I have some questions. He gives you a toothless grin. I reckon I got lots of time to give you the chant. What you need to know? What's that furnace used for? He glances at the furnace and then lowers his voice. The furnace does nothing other than teach me lazy boy responsibility. The boy is always yapping and talking and such, reckons himself a scholar and don't know the value of real work. If when you have serious questions, well, he may be better to ask than me. I have some other questions. Need to buy some weapons. Here's some generic weapons. I should probably sell some of the stuff I have. Sell some of the stuff I have, but not all of it, clearly. If I have anything to sell. I mean, I guess I can sell some of these charms. These cranium rat tails. Oh, but... I mean, I guess I could sell a bunch of them. I think I'm just going to keep them around for now. Sell that. Alright, wait. Let me see if he's got any magic items. Actually, no, he's not the one that has the magic items. It's over there, isn't it? Laszlo. Let's talk to Laszlo. You see a young boy with pale yellow skin. His clothes are dirty and in need of mending. Currently, he is tending a furnace. Greetings. He turns and gives a half smile as he sets down his work. Hail, do you need some help? Yes, I have some questions. Aye, I'd be pleased to help you if I could. The boy looks grateful not to be toiling over the furnace. What is it I can answer for you? What is this place? This place? He glances around. It's the open-air market. Lots of buyers and sellers come here to set up their kit for the day. I've been here for a good time. I've been working here for a while under the eye of Midah. He looks a little distant. One day I could be running his stall. I could. What is it that you do here? He points proudly to the furnace. The furnace is used to... He shrugs his shoulders. I don't know what it's used for. But Midah says it's important to keep it stoked and burning right. He wipes sweat from his brow and glances about. Is your father one of the merchants here? Anzi is his name. That's Midah's stall over there. He gestures at a stall to the right of the furnace. If you don't have what you need, he may be able to point you to it. What kind of goods are available? There are many things to be had. Food, drink, magic, weapons. Are you looking to buy some supplies, maybe? I have some other questions for you. Why does everyone seem to have yellow skin around here? It's the sickness, it is. Caused by the bad air, what with the smoke and all, the factory smogs. It can get pretty hard to breathe easily around here. He shrugs. Some days, it's not good to be out when the smogs linger too long. They can scald your eyes right out of your skull, so it's said. Can something be done about it? I don't know. At times, winds come from the spire and blow the city clear of smog, but that's not as often as would be liked. He blinks, gestures around, then shrugs. Ladies will, I guess. Don't make much sense, but then little does if you look at it long enough. Got some other questions. Anything worth seeing around here? Not much to see. The Great Foundry's impressive, though. You might check that out. Home of the Believers, you know? He stops to think. Most of the more amazing sights are in some of the upper wards. It might be better to look around here. There. I hear there's a brothel there, the Festal, and some other places that are more interesting. I don't know for sure. I've been here all my life. Tell me about the Believers. I got a bunch of names. Believers, Godsmen, Believers of the Source. We mostly just call them the Godsmen. They have their kip in the Great Foundry, and they seem to get by pretty well. They're a pleasant bunch. They believe that everybody can be great as the power is even, if you just strive to reach it. It might mean you have to start life over a bunch of times, but you'll eventually get there after a time. Tell me about the Foundry. Center of the ward, pretty much. An impressive structure, to be sure. You can't miss it. Just head north. You'll know it by the big gates. He marks it on your map. Okay, other questions? I'm missing a skull. He becomes rather excited. Missing a skull, are you? I bet I know what happened to it. In the ward, there's a fella, a mage or a priest to help to your tell. They collects heads and puts them on his shelves like books. They're dead, but his magics are such he can make them answer questions for him, even though they're in the dead book. Can I find this person? He frowns, not sure really. I heard tell he's got his kip in one of the ruined buildings around here, but I've never been there. He snaps his fingers. Others might know, though. Might ask Sebastian about it. Alright. I'm done. I'm done. That's not the one I'm trying to talk to. Let's talk to, let's go down here a little bit. Let's talk to Alec. You see an older man with long white hair and weathered yellow skin. He stands tall despite his obvious age. He smiles and gives you a slight bow. Greetings. And to you as well, Cutter. How may I serve you? He raises eyebrows as he waits your answer. Has some questions. Forgive me, Cutter, but I sell items of a magical nature, not information. If it's information you need, then you must acquire it elsewhere. I'm interested in some spells. He nods and glances about the market. Forgive me, Cutter, I only sell magical items. You should talk to Cinder. His stall is over by the furnace towards the exit. Well, show me what you do have for sale. Various charms and such. Spider bracelet. Serpent ring. That's a thief only. Actually, that's really good. That is really good. If it's a permanent effect, it's very good. With the Magus Guard. Don't I have that? Yeah, I've got the Magus Guard. The Magus Shield. So the Magus Shield's an upgrade to the Magus Guard. I'll be taking that. Wait, I'm not going to be taking that. Give me a moment. There we go. Now I can buy it. Ring of the Traveler, that's +1 to AC. I can use that. Displacer Ring, what's that? +2 to AC. That's probably going to be more worth it to me. I need to clear out some inventory, thank you. I didn't sell the sadistic frame, did I? No, I didn't. What does it do? Oh, okay. I'm just holding that for now. I've got to put it in my quick bars. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our Magus Guard. With the Magus Shield. And then we're going to take the Ring of the Traveler. and replace it with the Displacer Ring. Alright, is anybody... Okay, she's lacking pretty much everything. Like... Give me a moment. It's got an AC of 2. That's still an AC of 2. I can sell that. And then the Traveler Ring... is an upgrade for him. See your wares again. Let me sell. What are those pouches for? Okay, the Magus Guard is... I don't need it anymore. He won't buy it back. He won't buy it back. Let's talk to Drixel. You see a tall man in plate armor. The armor is of unusual construction, with spikes flaring from the shoulders, elbows, and forearms. He says, "Good day, citizen." "How may I help you, citizen?" He gives you a friendly look. "I have some questions." "Who are you?" "I am a harmonium guard named Drixel, citizen. I keep the peace here at the market." "Tell me about the harmonium." He snaps to attention. "Our belief is simple. We are the light. We are the way. We are order. We are truth." He steals his expression. There wasn't even a question of me joining them. You see, some Burks talk about doing battle with chaos to restore order and harmony, but they haven't got the stones to do anything about it. The harmonium, we take action. We keep order on Sigil streets and on the plains. He nods at you matter-of-factly. Go on. He looks even bolder as he speaks. And we don't keep order with words. We fight, and we fight hard to maintain and enforce order. Cross-traders, Knights of the Post, Indepts, Anarchists, Zeosites, Tannery Fiends, all had best beware of the harmonium's shadow. Chaos can only exist in an air of tolerance. Now, can you tell me the other factions? He looks rather bored, then shrugs his shoulders. Nothing. They are not a part of the truth that is the harmonium. I have not studied them. Alright. Let's go back over here and talk to Cinder. You see a large, blustery merchant. He looks to be totally hairless, and his pale yellow skin is scarred as if from burns. He looks at you intently as you approach. Greetings. Greetings, I'm Cinder. I heard about you. You be the scarred, clueless fellow that be going around the water asking questions. What can I help you with? I have some questions. I'd be pleased to answer your questions. He narrows his eyes and gives you a sly smile. About the shop and the wares you see here, that is. I'm not no tout, I'm not. I'm interested in spells. Yeah, let's see what you got. Let's zoom all the way to the end. Got improved strength. We got remove curse. Improved strength might be interesting. Might be interesting. It's a level 4 spell. Max it at 25. That could be interesting, especially on Dakon. Scroll of Force Missiles. There's 2d8 damage. Small area of effect. But not many missiles at first. There's actually some nice stuff in here, but... A Cone of Cold, that's supposed to be like level 5. Yeah, I was going to say. Well, let me... What? I mean, I've got 4,000... 4,000 copper left.
That one's twice the price.
I can cast level 4 spells. So I should get at least one level 4 spell. And maybe a level 3 spell for Dekon. So first of all, let's sell this. What's a good level 4 spell? There's a level 3 spell. Sorry, I'm reading it. You pick up to 4 four balls of energy. So it's direct damage. Up to 4d12 damage. It's not terrible. But they are just like, it's basically a lightning magic missile but with more damage. This is level 4. I don't really need that though. That's the problem. Shroud of Shadows. The recipient of the spell gains plus 3 to AC, plus 10% to stealth, and minus 1 to hit the caster. Not sure I like how that one works. Cloak of Warding, level 3. Creates a shield similar to the shield spell that absorbs damage. Once absorbed this amount of damage, it shatters or powers down. I mean, okay. Ice Knife is level what, 2? Yeah. I need a good level 3 spell. Blur is a nice level 2 one, like for real, but I'm gonna have to buy this one for Dekon. And I'll try to find... What's this one do? A stream of small meteors rain down, strike the target in the surrounding area. 1 meteor for each level of experience, up to a maximum of 10. They do... So it's like a more focused fireball. They just don't have just normal fireball. Tasha's Unbearable Divisive Laughter. It's an area effect, only affects male living creatures. And it's a debuff. Man, dude, you really don't have a whole lot worth getting here. And I may get the Scroll of Improved Strength. And the Scroll of Force Missiles. Oh no, I don't have room. Damn it. My packs are full. What's the pouch do? Nothing. So I do have space there. Ball Lightning was for Dekon. And we can put some of these up there. Read it. Just clear up some inventory space by putting all the charms in the hotbar. Alright, now I need a level 4 spell. I'm thinking, like, Force Missiles and Improved Strength.
That one's twice the price. Nice and
Okay. You know, I've got this weird feeling I can actually fail these. So, quick save in the game. Alright, be good. We're good.
All right.
Let's talk to this dude again. You glance over your shoulder and see Karina wandering nearby. Corvus seems to have his eyes locked on her. She wonders about. Her name is Karina. He snaps his attention back to you. I beg your pardon. You know her, citizen? He looks at Karina again. Voice of an angel and such a pretty young thing. Yes, and she's also lonely. I'm certain she would welcome the company of a gentleman.
Updated my journal.
He glances at you, then glances back to Karina. Excuse me a moment, citizen. He steps around you and heads towards Karina. Corvus returns to you and is smiling brightly. Thank you, friend. A wonderful young lady. He looks a little glassy-eyed. My pleasure. I have some questions. Do you know someone named Brian Pickett? What can you tell me about him?
Updated my journal.
Officially, nothing. He pauses for a moment before answering. Unofficially, he is suspected of being behind most of the criminal activity here at the market. We believe him to be responsible for the murder of a merchant named Zach. His list of suspected crimes is quite long. He pauses. Anything else?
Updated my journal.
Yes, I would not turn my back to him, and I would think twice about being anywhere alone with him. That is all, friend. Thank you. I must be going now. Farewell. So we got a little bit of advancement in a place that I don't necessarily know that I needed much advancement on.
I'm gone.
Alright. Sorry, I'm trying to pick something up. So don't mind the rustling for the moment. Ah. Pardon me. You'll only hear it for a little while and then it's going to go away. Alright. My bad. I very much apologize. I should probably edit that out, but I'm kind of in a hurry here. There's a man named Gilsper. You see a florid, boisterous man. He is shouting and carrying on like there's a war that's about to come through. Like he's got something lodged in his intestines. Like, well, he's too excited about something to talk in a normal tone of voice. His rapid-fire delivery makes it difficult to understand him. You, sir, you there, you look like you could use something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but give me time, and I'll have it figured out on the spot. You need rooms? I got rooms. You need supplies? I've got supplies. What are you selling? Oh, and here I can sell some other stuff. Nice. What do you got? Hammer of quality. It's a +1 hammer. He's got cheese. Wait. Poisonous cheese. Scroll of friends, scroll of luck, and jewelry. Can I sell him jewelry? Yes, I can. Yeah, let's sell him some jewelry. All right. I'll try to remember that. Oh, he's also got the ability to rest there. Quick save. Nothing in there. Anything down here? Nothing. Oh, what's this? Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's the entry to something. A pawn shop.
I'm gone.
There's two names in here, Mika and Baroka. This rotund woman, complete with shrewish eyes and a nasal voice, brays out, "Now what have we here? A customer? Do mine eyes spy a customer?" The diminutive man replies, "Of course your eyes spy a customer. See a customer all the time. Customers on the street. We have no customers. We will never have customers. It is useless and forlorn to hope for." He pauses, his eyes light on you. "Mika, we have a customer." "That's what I've been trying to... That's what I'm saying to you." She lowers her voice and turns to you. "What can we do for you?" Let's talk about trades. What do you got? A glass eye. Ring of the Traveler. Aside from that, not much. I can sell the Magus Guard. Alright, let me... Oops. The dude actually just walked out. The dead one has returned. Broca, the dead one has returned. I can see that. Do you think I can't see that? Of course I can see that. I have eyes, don't I? What can we do for you today? Can you tell me about the area? Well, who's she? She is my devoted wife of some 20 years, and the light of my life, and the greatest gift ever to enter his life. Isn't that right? I saved him, you see, from the life his parents had planned for him, and he promised to take me away from all this, and instead what you see is the life he gave me. I tell you, it would be enough to drive a body to drink. If she weren't already there, she's the biggest bubber this side of the hive, sir. She's been that way for years, I tell you, years. She'd drink the River Oceanus and still be thirsty if it were made of alcohol. Two of them continue to squabble, ignoring you. I had a few more questions. They're so busy shouting at each other they don't pay any attention to you. The shop rapidly fills with their words. Yeah, okay, I think we're done here.
Done.
Okay, the wrecked house is probably where I can find this dude. But not just yet. Not just yet. Talk to Lenny. You see a feral-looking young man in shoddy clothes. His eyes dart about as he scans his surroundings. He notices your approach and begins eyeing you warily. Greetings. He looks you up and down, then glances about. Returning his attention to you, he gives you a wicked grin. You must have a good reason for disturbing Lenny, Burke. Some questions? He laughs at you. I ain't no tout. If you got any questions, go find one. You'd be a better push off or I have to bleed you. Never mind. Farewell. Yeah, okay. Okay, my dude. Literally only letting you go because I may need to talk to you in a little bit. Oh, I can get to the clerk's ward from here. That's actually really nice. So... there's the coffin maker.
All right.
Alright, you got two things here. Hamris and Dimtree. You see a rugged-looking, square-jawed man. He turns to you with a wide smile. How are you, Cutter? Good day to you. Good day indeed. He squints at you for a second, then juts his hand out to shake yours. Shake his hand. Greetings. Hamris at your service. Member of the Harmonium and fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He paused to think a moment. Sharp with names I was in the Harmonium. Let me tell you, knew everyone in the entire ward. I have some questions. I'm looking for someone named... let's see. Who's your friend here? He glances to the customer. Dimtree? He shrugs, like he hadn't considered the fellow before. Quiet, doesn't say much. Do you, Dimtree? Dimtree doesn't respond, but simply gives the same blank expression. A few seconds later, he nods. Hamrish shrugs, turns back to you. Wandered in one day a few weeks back, been a regular ever since. He hasn't bought anything, but he doesn't cause any trouble, so I let him stay. Seems harmless enough. You see, when I was serving the Harmonium, part of our work was to take people under our wing, give them a little shelter from the chaos of the streets, get them spruced up. I have some questions. Alright. Can you tell me about this ward? Yes, the lower ward. He leans forward as if explaining something to a small child. You know, it's known to most newcomers and even people in the ward. Most people think that this ward gets its name simply because it's not as prestigious as some of the other wards. But that's not it at all. Not at all. Do you know where the name comes from? He looks at you expectantly. From all the lower planar portals? He nods, though he seems a little disappointed that you know. Yes, indeed. Those portals to the lower planes are actually the reason for the smog in the skies here. He glances upwards, as if imagining a sky above your heads. But I'm sure you're already aware of the conditions that plague this ward. No, tell me about it. It's because of the portals to the lower planes. They are the reason behind all the smog that fills this area, belching out noxious gases and all. Fortunately, winds from the spire help to blow away the worst of the mist, but it can bring others to the ward with much weaker constitution down and fill them full of sickness. He shakes his head sadly. Fortunately, my harmonium training has prepared me for all sorts of hazardous conditions, and after my travels in the lower planes, the smog of this ward is a little to bear indeed. What's there to see in this ward? A great deal, a great deal. Where to start? If we were to step past all the kilns, forges, breweries, and distilleries scattered amongst the many garbage fires, not to mention the alchemist dens, the crematoriums, meat curing houses, and the charcoal burners, and examine the ward itself as a whole, one could say, well, there's the foundry, the siege tower, and he seems to falter and stops to think. Tell me about the siege tower. That scarred iron wreck? A ward mystery it is, but I have some thoughts on it. First off, it wasn't always here, as I understand it. It simply arrived one night, and no one saw how it got here. Now, you've seen the outside of it. It's seen battle, and it looks like battles that most people could not imagine. Me, however, I've seen the edges of the blood war. Even tackled a Tanari fiend or two when things were desperate with only my harmonium fellows beside me. And those scars on the tower look like they were gathered over several centuries at least. He pauses for a moment. Now listen closely. My experience allows me to recognize some of those scars that decorate the sides of the tower. Some are acidic blasts, surely enough from some major sorceries. Some are Tanaric teething blades. Others look like detonations from Loth globes or scars from Beituzu Cornagun whips. However, a lot of the weapons embedded in the sides are weapons like none I've ever seen, and I'm well versed in a variety of weapons on many different worlds and on many different planes. It makes you wonder what's held on the inside of that tower. Basher who cracks that tower might have a museum on their hands. Makes you curious, doesn't it? Tell me about the Foundry. The Great Foundry is the headquarters for the Believers of the Source, also known as some of the laymen as Godsmen, because of their belief that everyone can achieve divinity. He shakes his head. The Great Foundry is much like their philosophy, a large, sprawling structure that seems to produce nothing but smoke. He laughs. I mean, when's the last time you saw one of the Believers of the Source suddenly become a power? Not any time in the faction's history. Alright, I must be going for a while. How about you? You see a tall, slender man with glassy-eyed expression. He seems engrossed in some tale that the shopkeeper is relating. Occasionally he nods his head but makes no comments of his own. Greetings. The man turns slightly to you and your greeting, just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice that he's a little pale of complexion, a rather gaunt-looking. He's giving you a blank stare. The shopkeeper does not seem to notice this, and he continues with his stream of useless prattle. Are you all right? The man continues to stare at you and slowly nods. You wait for any further response, but he says nothing, only stares. You're about to turn away in frustration when you think you notice a strange, musty odor about the man. You lean in and sniff at the man, unsure of what you find. As you do, a musty odor fills your senses. An odor you recognize from your time in the mortuary is the smell of dead flesh preserved by magic. You're a zombie, aren't you? The creature continues to stare at you blankly. Slowly, as if with great effort, he begins to reply to you, only your speak with dead power makes him understandable. Yes, I am Dimtree. Why are you here, Dimtree? Dimtree slowly glances at the shopkeeper and makes a feeble gesture toward him. Seeing that as a sign of interest, the shopkeeper redoubles his effort to tell whatever tale he was relating to the poor creature. Dimtree looks at you again. Hamris, he talks. Hamris never stops. Wanderer's Town, a noise master, annoys everyone. Hamris create Dimtree. Tells Dimtree, talk Hamris. Now Hamris stay in shop. Master happy. Town happy. Dimtree sad. Oh no! Why the hell would you make a zombie and then give it sentience? Oh, and then tell it to talk to the most rambling person you possibly could. Is there anything I can do to help you, Dimtree? The creature pauses, then resumes his slow speech with you. You can almost detect a pleading tone in his voice. Yes, fine, master. Sebastian, ask him to release me, please. He turns his attention to Hamris momentarily. Please. Farewell. Okay, let's just see about talking to Sebastian. Oh, God, that was funny.
Done.
Yeah, let's go talk to Sebastian. Sebastian smiles at you. Good day, Cutter. How may I help you? I can't. It's one and done with him. I could just put the zombie out of his misery. Yeah, let's do that. Well, let's see if he'd accept that. Yes, I'll help you.
Updated my journal.
Okay, I know where to find Sebastian. I needed to actually get that quest log. Okay.
All right.
Let's go. Actually, I want to talk to you about Dimtree. He stares at you a moment and then sighs. What about Dimtree, Cutter? He wants to be released from his curse. He gives you a surprised look, then waves you off. I find that hard to believe, Cutter. Dimtree doesn't have the mental power to desire anything. Did that idiot Hammers put you up to this? Think about it, Sebastian. Hammers doesn't know Dimtree is a zombie, let alone who created him, right? He sighs and seems to be deep in thought. Yes, you're right, of course. Hammers could not have sent you. I guess poor Dimtree is more aware than I intended. A pox on me for my stupidity. So will you release him? He looks at you for a moment, with conflicting emotions crossing his face. He sighs and throws his arms up in exasperation. I cannot, sorry. He gives you a pleading look. I want to, mind you, but I cannot. I fulfilled a contract by creating Dimtree, and I cannot break it. Right or wrong, I am a man of my word, and my reputation demands it. I understand your dilemma and agree with you. Could I release him instead? That would be difficult. He turns and begins to look through a nearby box. After a moment, he removes a book, which he sets down in front of you. First, you have to have some magical aptitude. Second, you'd have to be able to properly speak the words you find on page 23 of this book. Go on. Lastly, you have to touch Dimtree just as you feel the power of the words culminate within you. He turns his back to you and rummages through another box. I couldn't allow you to read that book, however. It would be tantamount to my breaking my word through the actions of another. He continues poking through the box, ignoring you. Read the book and leave.
Updated my journal.
The teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and try this. And I've leveled up. We'll release Dimtree. Quick, save the game. Alright, I know how to release you now. Please, friend, speak the words Sebastian taught you. You pause to gather your thoughts, and then carefully speak the words Sebastian taught you, then reach out and touch Dimtree lightly on the forehead. Rest well,
Updated
Dimtree.
my journal.
With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet, and you think you hear a fleeting thank you, friend, as he falls to the ground.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
All right.
I'll be grabbing those. Should I talk to Hammers now? Okay, he doesn't even notice. He doesn't even notice Dimtree's dead. Okay. Well, we are going to level up real quick. Who can level up? You can level up. Alright, you leveled up in Fighter. And then you can level up. Anna, we will put you in Detect Traps. Alright, and on that note, I'm going to wrap things up here. This has been the RPG Crawler with Planescape Torment. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribestar, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.